My name is Christina Callie. I'm a citizen of Rochester, New York, and an advocate for those suffering from homelessness and substance abuse. In 2013, it was estimated that there are 77,430 homeless people living in New York State. Nationwide, New York State experienced the largest increase in the homeless population since 2007, an increase of 24%. 5.4% of the homeless are living unsheltered in a state that experiences frigid temperatures in long, brutal winters. Statistics estimate that 34.7% of homeless people have chronic substance abuse issues, and 50% have co-occurring disorders. So why is it that Rochester's homelessness resolution strategy never mentions substance abuse? With these statistics, why is it that Rochester has only one known shelter that provides services to people without identification and to those who are under the influence of drugs or alcohol? Residents and politicians of Rochester, why are we not doing more for our fellow residents suffering from addiction and homelessness? Why are we not demanding more services and more opportunities? Somewhere for our police to take those who are sick and suffering from addiction. Somewhere other than the emergency room, somewhere other than jail, somewhere safe. I introduce to you the harm reduction method of damp houses. Harm reduction is practical strategies and ideas that are aimed at reducing the negative consequences associated with drug use. It is a movement for social justice that is built on the belief and respect for the rights of people using drugs. A damp house is a housing option that provides support for those who are not yet ready to be abstinent. The focus of the damp house is helping each person be successful at this stage of change. This will be done by providing services they need and are willing to accept at this time. Harm reduction has three main goals. The first is to stay alive. The second is to maintain one's health, and the third is to get better. The main strength of harm reduction is its flexibility and ability to individualize goals and the strategy used to achieve these goals. Abstinence is not the only option. Using harm reduction, people are able to set goals such as decreasing to moderate drug use as opposed to heavy drug use, or to use under safer conditions. Any and all positive changes in their substance use are valuable. A damp house would offer services to the homeless population who are not already receiving services. Services offered would include shelter, food, and showers, along with medical staff to assess their physical health. Social workers and counselors would also be available to assess their mental health and stage of addiction. They would offer counseling sessions both individually and as a group. Information would be available to help people with different factors that could be restricting them from receiving benefits, such as needing identification, enrolling in benefits, and being linked with appropriate services. Rochester's Mayor Lovely Warren has made it clear that she is not in favor of programs such as heroin injection sites, and has been quoted saying, "I think we just have to encourage people that no drug use is safe drug use." Drugs and alcohol would not be allowed at the damp house, nor would the damp house offer a needle exchange program or methadone maintenance. The goal is to offer services in hopes of substance abusers making an informed decision to decrease or stop their use. What is the key to harm reduction being successful? Demarginalization, which Leon Peterson defined as an experience where one has been marginalized due to their drug and or alcohol use, experiences the treatment setting in a destigmatizing, normalizing, and humanizing manner, which is non-judgmental and where open conversations about drug use and other matters are encouraged. A Midwestern city offered a harm reduction-based drop-in center and found that over a 2-year period, there was an increase in engagement in programming and an increase in quality of life, an increase in social functioning, positive changes in their substance use, and people were able to articulate future goals and plans. Philadelphia and New York City have begun offering harm reduction-based programs. Although this is a new concept and statistics are not yet available, we do know that harm reduction programs would improve our citizens as they become healthy and stable, would improve our community's well-being as we reduce the amount of drug use. We would see a reduction in overdose-related medical expenses and deaths. We would see an increase in enrollment at detox and treatment centers. We would see a reduction in the number of arrests and court costs related to crimes committed by drug users, and an increase in employment, which would lead to an increase in participation in taxpayer contributions. By bringing harm reduction damp houses to Rochester, our city could also benefit from all of these improvements. Mayor Lovely Warren wants to get drug users the help that they need and figure out ways to help people who are currently using drugs. Then we need to implement harm reduction damp houses in our communities. We need to meet our citizens where they are, and we need to work together to make Rochester a safe and healthy city. Focusing on eliminating homelessness and drug use has been proven to be impossible. Let's take a new approach, a harm reduction approach, and make our city a better place to live, work, and raise a family. Thank you for your support.